This is the Phillies POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Philadelphia Phillies. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Baseball's a funny game, right? Baseball's just hilarious. Phillies bats break out 17 hits, 13 runs, 5 home runs, including the first big league home run for Otto Kemp. How about that? Welcome into the show. This is Locked On Phillies POSTCAST on the Locked On Phillies YouTube channel. My name is Marc. I got you covered for each and every one of your Locked On Phillies POSTCASTs. And Connor Thomas has you covered each and every day for your Locked On Phillies daily content on Locked On Phillies YouTube channel. How about that for your Phillies en route to a 13-0 win? If the Phillies just had the third inning that they had in this game, just the third inning where they scored 6 runs, they take 6 runs and they throw it, spread out evenly, obviously, against the Astros in that entire series. They win the series. They sweep the series. They score 6 runs in that series. Sort of. And the Phillies bats just absolutely broke out. 2-hour plus rain delay in Atlanta, and Phillies came out, I guess, even more ready after that. I don't know what that did for them, but it got them going. I'll tell you what it really did for them. Just being in Atlanta, facing the Braves, who apparently do, in fact, suck, which is fun. Phillies jumped all over them tonight. From the start of the game, they just dominated. And then, I'd say they hit a little bit of cruise control. They still were able to tack on a few more hits, no doubt, but this Phillies offense was on point. Trey Turner goes out there and gets the 2 home runs, as I mentioned. Nick Castellanos really helped break things open for a 5-0 lead with a 3-run home run. JT Realmuto got a number of hits. This was just great. And all in all, of everything, I can't get over that in a bullpen game, after Mick Abel warmed up before the rain delay, they exchanged lineup cards, then a 2-hour plus rain delay, 2 hours, 15 minutes maybe. After that, they said, you know what, Mick Abel, you're not going to go. We're going to go with the bullpen game. Tanner Banks went out there, and then this bullpen just took over for a shutout. If you would have told me that after Houston, the Phillies were going to score 13 runs, and that would be the most believable thing, I would have said, you're crazy. If you would have told me that they were going to leave Houston, score 13 runs, I'd be like, get out of here. And what's my other option? And they'd be like, and the bullpen's going to pitch a shutout, a complete game shutout for the bullpen. Not a starter to be seen. I would be like, it's crazier to think that they're going to score 13 runs in the game. That's honestly how I feel about the Phillies taking this game. Shocking. Absolutely shocking. 13 runs, and your bullpen did not allow a run. Pretty spectacular. Let's get into it. I'm going to go with a player of the game. Of all the players from the bullpen to the Phillies lineup and all that, there's one guy that I'm going to give it to, and I think it's predictable.
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
I'm not going Nick Castellanos. I'm not going Trey Turner with the 2 home runs. I'm not going the entire bullpen. I'm not doing it. I'm going Otto Kemp. Yeah, that's right. You know why I'm going Otto Kemp? Because Otto Kemp got the first big swing of his Major League Baseball career today, and he did not miss. As part of that third inning, that 6-run third inning, he got to the 3-run home run that really just blew the doors off of this game. Otto Kemp steps up to the plate, hits a 3-run home run on a slider that just hung in there. 405 feet. When I saw the replay of the home run, I was just locked in on his eyes, just locked in, and he knew it. And I mean, I'll put it like this. If he didn't know it, he knew he got a hold of it. And the look on his face was, oh my God, that's going to be gone. Oh my God, that's going to be gone. Oh my God, it is gone. First Major League home run for him, a 3-run home run that made it an 8-0 game. Congratulations to Otto Kemp for that. As for your turning point of this
Time
game,
to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
everything was looking good. Phillies had scored a run. 2 runs, actually. JT Realmuto, bases loaded situation. They only get a RBI walk from JT Realmuto in the first inning. So you're like, all right, they didn't get anything more out of that. that's going to come back and bite him, right? That's probably going to come back and bite him. I hope it doesn't, but it's probably going to come back and bite him. And then Trea Turner gets his first home run of the night in the second inning. He got a 0-1 changeup out over the middle, actually down and in, and he just whipped the barrel of the bat through the zone and was able to get the home run there, 397 feet. Then Nick Castellanos stepped up to the plate with 2 runners on. Schwarber worked a walk. Bohm got a single. Nick Castellanos stepped up. First pitch swinging because it's Nick Castellanos. And Harris in center field didn't even turn around for this one. 445 feet to center field for a 3-run home run. 2-0 game, 5-0 game, and I just felt they got this. I know it's a bullpen game. I know we should all be terrified, but if the offense is coming out swinging like this early, I'm going to feel pretty damn good about this game, and I felt really good about that, and I thought that right there was the turning point of this game. As far as what you'll be talking about tomorrow,
this is what you'll be talking about.
Otto Kemp's first career home run. I think you're going to be talking about Trea Turner just absolutely going bananas in today's game, if you can even see this box score. 4 for 6 for Trea Turner with those 2 home runs. Average back up to over 300. On-base percentage at 356. Not too bad. You're going to be talking about Kyle Schwarber hitting another home run as well tonight. How about that for the big man? Alec Bohm also got a base knock for you. Nick Castellanos came up with the big swing of a 3-run home run that I mentioned as the turning point. Kepler got a couple of hits tonight despite Kepler's complaints. I just think I should be playing more, yeah. Anyway, then JT Realmuto came up with 3 hits. Stott came up with 2 hits. Stott, a little scary moment there when I thought he pulled his hamstring. We'll go over that in a second, but ended up just being fine. Was running the base as well. Was playing in the field tremendously, so that was good. And Brandon Marc got another base knock for himself tonight. But all in all, this Phillies lineup just got it done in tonight's ball game. So you love to see that. And also grand total one more time, 17 hits for the Phillies, 7 walks worked by this Phillies lineup also en route to the 13 runs. You love to see it. One honorable mention I will give as far as a player of the game. How about this guy? Rangel goes out there today. Now the win goes to Taijuan Walker, who did also, he pitched well also. But Alan Rangel went out there tonight and gave you 5 innings. He gets a 5-inning save. He gives up 6 hits, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts, 71 pitches through those 5 innings. Not too shabby, son. Not too shabby at all. This is a get-right game for the Phillies. And look, I acknowledge. You guys heard me earlier. Remember the part where I was like, Braves suck? Well, Braves suck. Okay. So I'm not doing cartwheels over beating the Braves 13 to nothing, right? I'm not doing cartwheels over that. There's really nothing I'm doing cartwheels over other than the extremely special moment that Otto Kemp had with hitting his first big league home run and how cool that was to see him walk down the dugout and guys just slap it on the back. I thought Nick Castellanos was going to cry. Like, he seemed so happy. That's great. I'm very happy about that. This is what the offense is capable of. Now, when I say that, I don't mean, oh, this is what the offense is capable of, 13 runs. This is what the offense is capable of. 1 run in 3 games, and then 13 runs, 5 home runs in the very next game. That's what this offense is. Feast or famine is the common expression used for an offense like this. Drives you bananas. But yeah, watching this game tonight, it was a get-right game. You hope it's a playing version of a slump buster, if you stay with me on that. That's what you hope this game is. There's one more thing. I left this out. Let me hit it again because it's so unbelievably worth talking about.
This is what you'll be talking about.
As an aside, I think you're also going to be talking about the fact that Luke Williams struck out Kyle Schwarber looking in this game. That's not allowed. But it happened. Kyle Schwarber, who homered, obviously, earlier in the evening, faces former Philly Luke Williams to start out, the second batter in the 9th inning. He goes down looking at a 78-mile-per-hour fastball. Here's what I love about the position players pitching. They actually write in the play-by-play eephus pitch. 57 mile per hour eephus pitch that Schwarber fouled away. Then Williams hit him with the fastball at 72 blazing miles per hour. Then another eephus pitch at 61. Then another eephus pitch which Kyle Schwarber swung and missed at 56 miles per hour. And then he froze him on the inside corner with a 78 mile per hour fastball. He really dialed it up, man. He absolutely dialed it up. 78 miles per hour. Holy Stromboli. The fastest pitch he threw was to Marchand, and it was his last pitch. That was 79 miles per hour. But I think we'll be talking about Kyle Schwarber being sat down in this game at the hands of Luke Williams. How about that? Baseball, I'll say it again. It's a funny game. It's a funny game. Castellanos earlier in the night, his 25th home run of the season, ending it, getting struck out by Luke Williams. Way to go there, Schwarber. All right, when we come back, we'll take your comments on this one. Phillies get back on track. Also, some really good news. Something else happened while the Phillies were stomping on the Braves. Maybe another team in the NL East got stomped. Maybe. We'll get to that more when we return. This is Locked On Phillies postcast on the Locked On Phillies YouTube channel. Let me tell you about the Game Time app. Want to go to the game? Want to go to the concert? Want to go to the comedy show? Game Time app has you covered. So download the app, create an account, use promo code LOCKEDONMLB. That's promo code LOCKEDONMLB. And get 20% off your first purchase on the Game Time app. Yeah, that's right. Have you ever decided at the last minute to head to a ball game with family and friends? Maybe it's game day. Maybe you're realizing, hey, we should go to the game. Pitching matchup you wanted to see, whatever it might be. Trade deadline, you want to see the latest Philly? Game Time app has you covered. Game Time makes it easy to buy tickets with the best price guarantee. They see tickets on the same price, same section at another level, or excuse me, tickets in another ticketing app, whatever. Better price, Game Time will credit your account 110% of the difference. How about that? Game Time is the official ticketing partner of Locked On MLB. So take the guesswork out of buying tickets with the Game Time app. Download the app, create an account, use promo code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off your first purchase. That's $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, use the redemption code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off your first purchase on the Game Time app. So download the Game Time app today. Last minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed. Before we get into the chat check, let's just take a moment and acknowledge that the Phillies beat down on the Braves. That happened. And as that was going on, maybe a little earlier in the evening, the Pittsburgh Pirates defeated the New York Metropolitans 9-1. Just like that. Big bang boom. Phillies back in first place in the NL East. Back to a half game up on the New York Mets. And with the win, the Phillies also pushed the Braves 10.5 games out of first place. It's a crying shame. It's a crying shame. Let's get into the chat check, see how you guys are doing on this wonderful. Hey, whoa. Do I see a Braves fan? DJ Shire, Braves fan here. Y'all did crappy. Only 13 runs against my crap team. Rookie numbers. You should have scored more like 30 runs. Maybe that'll teach them a lesson. But really, F this team, I'm done. Well, thank you for joining us, DJ Schreier. Much appreciated. Good to have you in here. Thank you. Ken, what's going on? They score 1 run in 3 games versus the Stros. Now they score 11 runs in the first 3 innings. Yeah, isn't that great? Jekyll and Hyde. Absolutely. As you're saying here, Ken, no doubt. Morgan Landy, what's going on? Hopefully we saved enough runs for the first series. Had the same thought. Polar Buck. What's up, Polar Buck? This team is more bipolar than any crazy person I know. Hope they save some runs for the rest of the series. Absolutely. It ain't going to be this easy. Here's anybody that looks at this series and goes, oh, the Phillies are back. Seriously? I get accused of being a homer, and I'm not even that thrilled with a 13-0 win. I'm impressed by the bullpen. Good job. I hope this is the get right, and you at least don't have the problem scoring runs for 3 straight games like the Phillies just had. That's all I hope this is. Yeah, maybe now the Phillies have a nice little stretch here. 4 runs, 5 runs, 8 runs over the next handful of games. A get-right game, a slump buster of a game. That's what I hope it is. By the way, for those who don't know, slump buster also means something else, but we're not going to get into that. We're going to get into just the on-the-field stuff. John, sorry, Topper is still salty at Nick pulling him in the 4th inning. Yeah. Joseph Grillo, what's up, buddy? Bats, they are sick. Bats are afraid. Sorry. Let me try to do my best. Serrano. Bats are sick. Bats are afraid. I ask you, Joe Boo, to come. Take fear from bats. He will come. You ever think about accepting Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior? You trying to tell me Jesus Christ can't hit the curveball? Oh, God, such a great movie. Phenomenal. Welcome back, baby. How about that, JDM? Oh, here we go. Yeah, now we're back. What's up, JDM? Bandman 100. It's not often you see a team pitching a bullpen game shut out the opposing team 13-0. Glad it was the Phillies. Yeah, give me the stats since 1909 that hasn't happened. That's what I hope for. Bandman Ron Hell somehow going 5 scoreless was not on my bingo card. Mine neither. Evelyn, what's up? Wow. Otto gets his first big league home run, and Rangel is just incredible. This is all due to Farzi playing the Godfather box extra long last night. I'm not going to do it because I don't want to reverse the nullifying of the jinx. I don't want to do it again because we're going to ride this for a while. Next time they have a little run like that, we got the Godfather music box, and we'll take care of it. We'll make them an offer like Dolly Fields. All right, sorry. All right, back in first place against the Mets. Got blown up by the Pirates. Hell yeah, Bandman. Marc with a K. Last name starts with C, I assume. What's going on? Wow, quite the demolition derby, says Marc with a K and a C at the same time. Well, I'm glad Walker didn't mess it up even when he had 11-run lead. Still worried, not lying. Mikey B, I don't fault you at all. I don't fault you even a little bit. I don't know what happened to Michael Harris II, but he's a hell of a center fielder. I'll say that much. Colton Berge back at the top spot in the division. Hell yeah. Michael Thomas, I love to watch those kind of Phillies games. Absolutely. Connor, let's go, baby. Trey Turner, not an all-star. He leads NL shortstops in average and hits. Bleep Lindor. Trey deserves the all-star nod. Let's go. Hell yeah. Wish we saw this against Houston. Scares. Yeah, that one run, or excuse me, the one inning where they scored 6 runs was more than, obviously, the entire it's more than the entire Houston Astros scored in the 3-game series. That one inning would have done a lot of good for you. All right, Connor. All right. Sweet baby lords. What? Not putting that up there, but I hear what you're saying. Michael Thomas was up back half game over the Mets team. Yep, yes, they are. Colton Berge, let's do the same thing tomorrow. Absolutely. Colton, the Mets suck. Star Wars 99. How you been? We dismantled the Braves. Absolutely, you did. Every bit of it, you did. So look, where do you go from here after an incredible offensive output from your Phillies tonight? 48 wins now on the season. After Mick Abel not going tonight, I'm going to go ahead and still assume he doesn't go tomorrow night. Tomorrow night's game will be 7:15 on Fox. Jesus Luzardo against Spencer Schwallenbach. That's who will get the nod tomorrow. Schwallenbach 6-4 on the season with a 3.21 ERA. Jesus Luzardo 4.08 ERA. We all know he's better than that. 6-3, I also believe, on the season now. Schwallenbach, his last 2 starts, both were against the New York Mets. Both times he went 7. How about this? In his last 3 starts, he's gone 9 innings against the Brewers, allowing 2 runs. 7 innings against the Mets, 4 runs. All 4 of them earned 2 home runs. And then 7 innings against the Mets again, 2 earned runs and 4 hits. So he's going to, I don't know, maybe he'll be tired. That's what I'll be hoping for, at least. As for Jesus Luzardo, he is coming off one hell of a start. 7-3, not 6-3, 7-3 now on the season. He's coming off the 6 2/3 scoreless inning affair where he allowed just 3 hits and 1 walk against the Mets. So both these starting pitchers tomorrow are coming off starts against the Mets. In Schwellenbach's case, the last 2 starts he made against the Mets. So Phillies, just keep it going. I'm not expecting them to keep it going to the tune of 13 runs by any means. I'm not expecting the bullpen to keep it going by 0 runs allowed. But let this be the get right moment for this Phillies offense. Please and thank you. Before I leave you, the Max Kepler comments to Matt Breen and then of The Athletic, and then the comments that he doubled down with, it was earlier today, about how when he signed here in Philadelphia, he signed here in Philadelphia to be the everyday left fielder. That was a while ago. I know this is only his first year with the Phillies, that he just signed this offseason. But at the time they signed that deal, and at the time they were trying to sell Max Kepler on coming to Philadelphia, that was a long time ago. That was, before Max Kepler was batting about 203 coming into tonight. I don't know how he said it. I don't know the inflection, the context, and that all does matter. But I don't care about why you were brought in here if you're not showing that you should have been brought in here. And Max Kepler, good for you. You've won the Phillies a game. You've forced extra innings. You've had some big hits, few and far between. But you want more playing time, you got to earn more playing time. And I still feel like I felt before he was even brought in here, when they signed him, I was like, that ain't it. He's your left fielder now. Nope, not sold. Don't like this one. I've mentioned Austin Hayes. You can also talk about Whit Merrifield getting his run there. It has been very difficult for Dave Dombrowski to find a left fielder for this baseball team. You find that left fielder, you find that center fielder, all good things are going to happen for this Phillies team. Now, when I say good center fielder, I mean, hey, look, Marc got another hit tonight. He's been hitting well for you as of late. One of the few Phillies as of late that's been hitting well besides just tonight. So I don't mind him staying in the corner outfield spot or in center field. If you get somebody else to play either one of those positions, center or left, then let's party. I will say that if Max Kepler wants more playing time, you got to do better than 200. You got to do better than a 300 on base percentage, just a wee bit better than that. The other thing I'll also say along with all of it is I thought this was really interesting, and I forget who it was in the chat last night that was asking me about the potential of bringing up Justin Crawford. And I said, I don't think that's going to happen. I'd be surprised if they did that soon. I'd be surprised if they did that for this year and he became I hate this, the acquisition. I don't want the big league struggles and the struggles of Dave Dombrowski to be then thrust upon Justin Crawford to be the savior of those mistakes. If Max Kepler actually hit, then we don't see Justin Crawford. Yeah, that'd be okay. If he just hit, then you don't have a problem. But he's not hitting. Tonight, whoopity-doo. He got some hits. Good. But when it comes to Justin Crawford, I don't want the pressure of having to save this team, in essence, to have any chance of getting to a rookie. With that being said, I found it very interesting that Todd Zalecki, MLB.com, Phillies.com, beat writer for the Phillies. I found it very interesting that when someone was asking about a change from within the organization, he just put it out there. He quoted the tweet and just put Justin Crawford, ? It has been my experience that it's very rare that beat writers will just put something out there just to put it out there. The fact that Todd said it raises my eyebrows because I don't think he's just throwing it out there. I think somebody told him something. Justin Crawford coming up in the not too distant future here might just be on the table for the Phils. And I love it. As long as this club is playing some good baseball when he comes up here and they look like a team that doesn't need saving. And if if Dave Dombrowski feels like he's not going to get anything of note at the trade deadline, then yeah, if he's ready to play, if he's hitting 335 in the majors or in the minors and he's got a 409 on base percentage, hell yeah, bring him up. If you feel like he's at the point of, well, there's not going to get any better now in AAA, so let's get him up to the big leagues. Well, get him up to the big leagues. I just don't want it happening at the time where the Phillies might be struggling. I want it happening when everyone's feeling pretty damn good about how they're playing, except for maybe in center field, except maybe in left field. And that's where he comes in and takes over. So that's what I'll cross my fingers for. Yeah, by the way, officially, as it says in the graphic, Nick Castellanos will now forever be referred to as Nicky Nips. Thank you very much to whoever said that in last night's chat. I haven't been able to ever stop thinking about it. So much appreciated. Hey, what did I... Bilbo, I did skip you. I apologize. This team embodies the phrase, that's baseball, more than any team I've ever seen. Back on top, let's go, Phils. There you go. There you go, hon. Evelyn, absolutely. Appreciate you. Colton, I do not think that Bryce Harper will be back tomorrow. I think Bryce Harper comes back for the homestand. I'm going to cross my fingers, though, that he comes back tomorrow. I don't see it happening, though. I think he's going to take a little bit more time, especially with the Padres coming up and the Giants coming up. That's what I think he holds out for. I don't think he's in any rush, nor should he be, nor do I want him to be. So right now, you got 2 more in Atlanta, obviously. Then you got San Diego, Cincinnati at home. Probably one of those. I would say the San Diego series he's back for. Yeah, wow, they face. Yeah, that's right. They face the Padres 6 times before the break. 3 at home, then 3 against Cincinnati at home, 3 in San Francisco, 3 in San Diego. That's how that works out. All right, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Make sure you guys hit like and subscribe. We'll be back with you guys tomorrow night following the 7:15 start time on Fox. So I'll be back with you guys right here. Make sure you like and subscribe. Locked On Sports Philadelphia, Locked On Phillies YouTube channel. That's Locked On Phillies YouTube channel. Back with you guys tomorrow. See you then. Bye.